I'm here at the newly opened IONNA Winston-Salem Rechargery right off Interstate 40, getting ready to do a News Coulomb site review of this brand new station. And for those who are not aware, Eric Way, who authored the News Coulomb site review, has recently updated it. So this will be the first time I'm using the new matrix to score a station using the updated News Coulomb site review method. However, we got a donut shop. First thing, because it's in the morning, I'm gonna go have to check out some of those fresh donuts and liberate them from behind the counter. Yep. Look at all these beautiful donuts. Yes, sir.
Handcrafted.
Are they? Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Is that a bacon donut?
Yeah, that is maple glaze on there with the bacon.
Yeah, I think that's the right medicine for the sickness that I'm suffering from.
I got you.
We got maple glazed bacon donut.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's so good. So far, I haven't found anything that bacon doesn't go with. All right, so I'm not going to belabor the point. We can see that we got beautiful Alpitronic HYC 400s behind us with a combination of NACS and CCS handles. This is going to be a very nice station. There's squeegees and paper towels, garbage cans, and the iconic swinging arm for the Alpitronic hyperchargers is present as well. Let's go ahead and get into the scoring. Here's the vital statistics. It's the IONNA Rechargery in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The plug share location will be linked down below in the description. It has 12 stalls, with 8 of them being CCS, 4 of them being NACS, and it does support plug and charge for some cars. The News Coulomb site review model is a 50-point scoring method in 5 categories: access, amenities, concentration, location, and speed, with each category being 10 points. However, it was recently updated to include an additional 10 points for a bonus category. If you score any points there, you can possibly get more than 50 points. Let's get into the scoring. The location, as I said, is close to Interstate 40. However, it's also pretty close to the interchange with US 421, so it's going to get some extra points for that. It's about a little bit over half a mile away from the exit. You have to go a good way down once you get off onto the local road in order to reach the strip mall where the rechargery is, but it is still a travel corridor charging station, and I think it'll also qualify as a urban charging station, so it's pretty well selected. Let's start with access. It did have an ADA compliance space that was signed, and also having egress pathing on either side of the charging stall, so that was good. It did not have any pull-through though. The HYC 400s are famous for their cable management with the articulating arms, so it did get the point there, and it did have signage enforcing against icing. It is near the entrance to the site and amenities and services. Once you park into the charging stalls, it's a very short walk to any of the businesses in the strip mall. There's also adjacent to this strip mall a Goodwill that has bathrooms, but only during business hours. And there's also bathrooms in a barbecue restaurant, which is 2 businesses down. It is near a main thoroughfare on highway, as I said. It's close to Interstate 40. It does have point of sale options with tap to pay and credit card. You could also use plug and charge or the ChargePoint app. And it has definitely got sufficient stalls for the size and popularity of the station. Now let's talk amenities. There is no 24/7 bathroom, as I mentioned. In fact, in the strip mall, I couldn't find any bathrooms at all. The only ones are in the barbecue restaurant, 2 businesses down, and across the street at the Goodwill. So that doesn't get a mark for there. It also doesn't have any on-site security or any novelty. It's basically It just inside Winston-Salem's, kind of one of these living neighborhoods, and also near Interstate 40. So there's really nothing to sightsee close by. However, in the strip mall there are dining options, and the donut restaurant I'm going to give it a snack option for. They do have coffee in there as well, so it definitely gets that point. It was a delicious donut. It did have a pet station, so it gets the check mark for that, overhead lighting, and a canopy. Really nice looking, distinctive canopy. Trash cans and squeegees were also present and recently serviced. I was there very early in the morning, and the trash cans were emptied and the squeegee reservoirs were full. So it was obvious someone had recently come by to service those. For concentration, it gets all 10 points in this category because it does have 12 stalls, and it is appropriate for the region in every aspect. It's also got other charging stations close by, so should this station be down, there would be a emergency recovery option. Scores very high in this category. For location, though, it doesn't do as well because it doesn't have a historic or scenic route close by, and it's not 50 miles away. It's not in an incorporated area with no other fast chargers, but it is in an incorporated area with fewer than one charging stall per 1,000 residents. So Winston-Salem doesn't have that yet. In fact, few metropolitan areas actually have that. It is within 1 mile and half a mile of an interstate. As I said when I got off, my GPS was saying half mile down, as I recall. So it gets a point for that. And I looked it up on PlugShare, and it did look to be right around half a mile away from the exit from the interstate. But it is not quarter mile away. And it is close, as I said, to US 421's interchange. So it gets a point for that, but it's not half a mile away from there. For speed, it gets all the points except for the new 500 kilowatt category and the 4 megawatt category. Normally I don't see stations getting the 2 megawatt point, but in this case it did because the transformer was 2500 kVA. So this is a very strong showing in this category for this station. It got a lot of extra points here. Now let's go into the fun new bonus round. It does have built-in adapters or multiple plug standards available because it has both CCS and NACS available in one station. And it also is not oversubscribed because it had 6 400 kilowatt chargers and a 2500 kVA transformer. That's actually a little bit undersubscribed, so it gets the extra bonus point for that, bringing the total points to 41 out of 50. So there you have it, a brand new IONNA rechargery in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, immediately off Interstate 40 with a canopy and Alpitronic hyperchargers. What's not to like? I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.